Good night, beautiful family. I am laughing, I'm screaming, I'm happy, and I'm excited. I am over the moon. I am over the moon. I'm so excited. Look, you see all this clutter of He's like an angel. This song said, God send me an angel to wake me up and be awesome. Oh, let's get it. Ayo. Ew, ew. I'm so in love. I'm so in love. I'm so in love. I'm so in love. Let me. I don't want to peppermint. I think I want some of this kind of tea. Good night, beautiful family. It's your resilient queen, and she's coming to you from her kitchen. So, guys, let me make me a cup of tea so we can sit down and have a little chit chat. You know, this is the pop up queen, and she likes to be here, so this is my outfit for the night. Yay! I'm excited, guys. You will understand. But let me get me a hot cup of bitters. This is brand new, brand new. This is very much brand new, guys. So I'm taking out one of this thing here. Oh, oh. So this is how it comes into the packet, and these are very bitter. So you gotta put sugar or honey in them, or you could just drink it just the way it is if you like it. So before we get started, let me get me a cup of tea. Boop. Yep. So good night, my beautiful family. I got so many tea, I have to give God thanks and praise. Where is my honey? I don't got no honey. Whenever I don't got no honey, he's still my honey. So I got my cup, and I had some hot water because my younger baby had woken up and asked for tea. So yeah, tea. Don't mind my stove top because I had did some burger a little earlier. So it's a little bit messy, but who cares right now? So I'm gonna make me some hot cup of tea. Yeah, gotta leave some room for the sugar. I gotta leave some room for the sugar. I'm looking for the honey. Where is the honey? Honey, 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 honey. Guys, I was all day doing some finishing up some work and get on my son nerves, but I am here now and I'm looking for my honey before we get started. I am looking for my honey. Come on, honey. Where is my honey? Let's look in the cupboard. I don't see him. You know what? I'm gonna have to just use the sugar, guys. So let me make me a cup of tea first. Let me make me a cup of tea. I need me a cup of tea. I'm gonna end up have to put some sugar, and I'm trying to cut the sugar out. But you know, this tea is very bitter. The one I'm about to drink is very bitter. Very, very bitter. So, and this is my big cup of tea here. I found these beautiful cups at family dollar recently. So let me get my cup of tea first. Let me rinse my spoon off. Let me rinse my spoon off, guys. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. I'm in love. So before we start, let's say good night to each and every one. You know I like to pop up from day one. Anybody watch me over the months? Know that this girl likes to pop up. No warning, no alert, no alarm. But good night anyhow. Just mixing my little cup of tea here. It's bitter, so let me taste it. Perfecto. Perfecto. Ah, guys, it's so bitter. And if you want to know what tea I'm using, this is the cup of tea I'm using. It is bitter. Bitter. Technically, you're supposed to drink it without sugar, but I ain't doing that. I ain't doing all of that. But guys, I am so much in love. I'm in love. I'm in love, guys. I did some. Oh, my kitchen is a hot mess again, and I cleaned it up yesterday. But who cares? Who really cares? And I know I can clean it up. Not me. Anyway, so guys, your girl is in love. Let's take a sip. Whew. I need some more hot water in there. That thing is bitter, and then you know, I mean, I love me a nice, good cup of tea. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my God. Guys, so let me see how I'm gonna do this. How am I gonna do this? I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Guys, I'm in love again. Yeah, girl is in love. She's in love again. Been through the fire, through the rain. But I'm in love again. Yeah, yeah. I don't know how can I do this? 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 I'm losing my mind. She's in love. I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in love. Oh. Guys, I'm in love. You would not believe what a girl is in love with. You would not believe, but she's in love. And that's all that matters. She is in love. Oh, let me see. Hold on. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm in love. I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for the right time. I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in love. Ooh. Someone stole my heart, and here I am, drinking some bitters. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. Just when I thought there was no love for me, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. Ooh, come on, get off. Ooh, I'm in love. Ooh, I'm in love. So guys, look at my lover. He's back, baby. Look at that. My lover is back. I just revealed my lover. Oh, I'm in love, baby. I'm in love. When I saw that bad boy come back, I'm like, oh yeah, baby. Oh. I could not afford to be out for the TV for so long. Guys, I get my TV back. I lost all the legs. All the legs are broken. Oop, one is catching the TV now, but all the legs are broken. Let me see if I could show you that one. This one is broken. The other one here is broken, but it is back. Guys, my lover is back. So guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? I am in love again, guys. My lover is back. Thank you. Oh, my lover is back. I'm so, guys, you don't know how happy I am. Because my other lover that is in the living room, which is the biggest inch TV in the room. In Sorry, not in the room. Why am I turning on this and I'm not cooking? The biggest lover that is in the living room is going out. So now I'm looking at the screen. You see how I'm standing now where you see some things look white? That TV looking black. So when I get my new lover back, even though I only pay $15 for that brand new TV, it is mine, you know what I mean? So I get my lover back today. I get my lover back, baby. So I'm in love again. Ah! I'm in love again. Hmm. I am in love with my TV. Mm-mm-mm. Guys, I like to hear sound. I like to hear sound. So when the sound is not around, I don't know why this is like this. So when the sound is not around, it kind of, because I like to have my TV running while I am doing anything. So not having a TV for a while, having that TV and you can't see nothing. No. No. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But anyway, my new lover is back and I'm happy. I'm grateful. I'm excited. Because through all the hurdles and the obstacles, my lover is back with no legs. Got two legs, but they all gone. They all broken. But that's fine. I think I have a glue gun somewhere there. I'll glue him back. I just leave him the way it is. Just hope and pray nothing knock it down. It would be in her. Ooh. So this one say wake up and be awesome. So I'm not sleeping yet. So I'm just drinking from this cup here. So if you like a cup and you want to get one, it's from Family Dollar. And I'm drinking some bitter Cersei. For anybody who familiar with bitter Cersei, I'm drinking some. So yes, I'm in love with my TV again, guys. So that's what I was in love with. So don't be mad. Don't be mad, guys. Don't be mad. So that's what I was in love with, my TV, eh? I was not in love with anything else. Just my TV. So don't be mad. Don't be mad. Your girl is in love with all of you that are here, that are supporting me. And I want to say a big shout out to each and every one. A big, big shout out to yourself. You know yourself. You know yourself. And you know what, too, guys? I want to give a huge shout out to my unsubscribers. When I tell you, you guys are rocking it. You guys are rocking it. And when I mean rocking it, I am so grateful for you guys. I am. And would they like to use the word? This word coming to my mind, but I don't know if it's going to be the right word to use, but it's coming. And a profound, big, big, humongous thank you to all my subscribers. All of you guys. I am in love with you all the way I'm in love with my TV. I appreciate you all. Appreciate you all. I made the video. I just gotta refix it. That video I was supposed to post to say a big thank you to you all, but don't worry. The day when you plant the seed is not the day when you reap it. So don't worry, guys. It will be coming. I just gotta get some storage on this phone here so I can do it on this phone instead of that phone that look like it loses mind or something. You know? One day you're gonna wake up and decide you're done playing with us. But my family. Yes. So I'm not wearing a wire, it's just us here. My eyes are kinda tired too. Kinda tired. But I failed. You won. Because I'm up all day today. I didn't get to go on the road because my son, when I told him yesterday, let me finish up his work, he said, no, mommy, no, nope. So today we had to finish that. And we didn't finish till about 8 something tonight. Because I like to read and make sure I understand. I don't just want to skim through anything. I want to read so we could understand what is at stake for his work there. Yes, guys. So we done that, and we have a hot mess behind here, but who cares? We got a hot mess behind me, but who cares? So now I can clean. I know how to clean up. Yes, so I'm grateful. And I think recently I was telling you guys about, sometime when you failed in life and you going back to try again about something, and you having the same approach, you will fail again. And I was telling you guys when I was going to the embassy the first time, and I get denied of a visa the first time. And I was going back, and I remember I told you guys in one of my live, I told you guys I had talked to one of my lawyer friend. We don't say girlfriend. It was lawyer friend, and she's my friend. And I was talking to her, and I said, "Lord, I'm going back, but what if I failed?" And she said, "So you're going to go back with the same approach, eh? And everything." And I haven't heard from her. I think I heard from her after my mom left. So today, finally, I heard from her. I know she's busy because now she's teaching as well. You know, she's a holder from, I think, 2 or 3 degree. So I heard from her today because I was going through my WhatsApp because we have to communicate through WhatsApp. And I look because I was trying to reach out to her a while because I know her mom was sick. And finally today I said, let me go through my WhatsApp. Because every year, I don't know if everybody do that as a ritual or something, but every year we go through our phone and clean out numbers that you haven't talked to these people in the ages, the years, or whatever. And you just get rid of those numbers or anything because it's either they're not in use anymore or these people don't no longer, their season's over with you or something. So I do thorough cleaning on my phone too. Yes. So look at me flashing like I have enough here. Anyway, so I spoke with her today, and she said her mom passed away. I think week before last, she said her mom succumbed to her, peacefully passed away. Because I remember the last time I spoke with her, she said her mom house had got burned down. And while she was there, but thank God, nothing didn't happen to her. She just lost the house through fire. And that was the last time I spoke with her, and that was a couple months back. And that's why it's always good to check up on your loved one when your mind run on them. So when I reached out to her today, I called her, but I didn't get through to her, and then she texted me back. And I know when she texts me back, I know I supposed to either call her or text her back. So I called her, and she was saying, "Were you aware my mom passed?" I said, "No, I haven't talked to you in so long. And the last time I think I talked to you was, you said your mom house, went up in flames." So she lost her mom now. She lost her mom. And then she said after she lost her mom, one of her sister was at work or something, or how Google pop up pictures of you from ages like years or so. She said one of her sister now had to admit to the hospital at one point because after the death of their mom, I think Google show you photos from way back when, and when she looked at it, it was a picture of her mom after so that does send her to the hospital, but she's doing okay now. So yes. So that was a little tough, and it's so funny when you don't really have words to. The words are there, but to imagine something that you haven't been in yet. Also, it's kind of tough to give somebody advice and how they navigate. So sometimes it's just best to just talk about something else or just laugh about good times, because when you lose your mom, also you're not coming back. So That's no nothing is somebody say to you gonna really make that, you know. Hi, how are you? How are you? Same to you. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you so much, Ruth Talks Bible. Thank you so much. Appreciate. Welcome. Okay, so I'm saying, oh man. And that's why it's always good to check up on our loved ones. You know, when our instinct is telling us that, you know, your mind run on someone and that you haven't spoke to in a while or so, it just could tell you that something is going on, you know. It just something is going on, we need to reach out. So our mind is powerful and we have to learn how to use our mind to interact with each other. Because for me, even within the YouTube world now that I am in, and if I have heard from people who are constantly communicating with me on a regular basis, in terms of leaving a comment or whatever, and I will go check them out, they check me out or whatever, and I haven't seen them in a few days or so, I'm trying to find those kind of people because, you know, yes, you understand everybody have a busy life and everything, but not because they don't reach out doesn't mean I can't reach out and say, hey, how are you? Even if you just text and say, hey, you know, just to let you know, my present is still here, you know. So everything counts in life. Everything counts in life. And it is so funny, you know, because we all gonna lose someone one day. Okay, we all gonna lose ourselves one day, just don't know when. So when you have family members, friends, or anything that lost someone, it really bring you home to start to think, what next? Who's next? You know, those all those questions that are, I would call them unanswered, because sometimes you don't have an answer for them. Literally, you don't, because that's not something that warned you that, hey, I'm about to take a vacation, so I see you when you get here too. You know, it's not like that. You know, it's not like that. There's no 2 week vacation, there's no month vacation. Yes, yes, true. Yes, Ruth talks Bible. You know, there is no vacation like that. You know, it's not something that you're gonna say, you know what, I'm going to another country, I'm gonna spend 6 months there and I won't be back. This is real. This is something that's really waking you up. Hi, Miss Snapback Trishona. Hi, Auntie. You're in the house. How are you? Yes, well, guess what, Auntie? I get my TV back, so I'm in love again. I'm in love again. I get my TV back, you know, so I'm in love again. I am in love. So I'm just here talking about my TV and my one of my lovely lady friends, because I remember when I have to participate in a lot of different events before I came to America, and I had nowhere to stay. When I said I had nowhere to stay, the events were all in Kingston, and I had nowhere to stay. And I, into the community, you know, I was able to find these people, and they allow me in their little space. You know, so we became friends for years now, for years now. You know, till now she become a lawyer. She become a nurse. She become, you know, so she just lost her mom. So, and I heard got the news today. It's kind of devastating, you know, even though 'cause these things don't give you no warning. Yes, yes, Miss Ruth talks Bible. Yes, appreciate you. I think I saw you today. I think I checked you out today. I appreciate you stopping by. You know, we all have to do what we have to do, you know. Yes, so God bless you and thank you for stopping by. Thank you. Thank you so much. Happy Sunday to you as well. So I was saying that she lost her mom, I think a couple weeks ago, so the funeral is coming up. Um she's work oh I'm supposed to reach out to someone. I was talking to her about reaching out to someone because I'm not sure, because one of her sister lives in England. She won't be able to travel right now. So I'm not sure. They might have a stream live for it, so I will be able to watch on YouTube, because it's gonna be in Portland, Jamaica. Portland is beautiful too. It's very beautiful. So I was saying, I remember the days when I didn't have nowhere to stay to go, you know, compete or do my thing, because it's gonna be on a Sunday. Most time I compete used to be on a Sunday and stuff like that. She was the one who able to host me in their place and stuff like that. So we're very good friends for a while, very long time, you know. It's like, oh, I wouldn't met you guys even though I haven't met you guys physically. You keep going out there, you're seeing these people, and then after a while, you just start become, connected with each other. Still, you guys start meet and greet, and then some people you meet and greet, they might go because that's their part. Their part is only to meet you and greet and bye bye. And then some people will stay. But when you look at these kind of life that we're losing, you don't have a manual, you don't have a 2 week notice. It don't have a monthly vacation. It don't have a week vacation. It don't have a year to take off or anything. These are for real, gone, gone. No returning. And anybody who lose a loved one know what I'm talking about. Just to relive these things, you already know that it's gone. It's gone. Oh, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But just keep leaving a message on one of my videos and so forth so I can always keep connecting, you know, and so forth. Yes. Appreciate everyone. Appreciate everyone. But these things are no vacation, these things no warning. Like when you get fired because you didn't show up at your job. These things don't give you no warning. You ain't gonna get fired. Because if you're gonna get fired, you will get fired forever. You know? No bills, no worries, no more stress, no more agony, no more pain. And then she was telling me that she also lost her aunt within the same time frame. Her mom house had burned down, you know, to the same thing my aunt passed away from, the old witch. I call him the cancer. Terrible, man. So these things is it's so tough. But we're taking it one day. Yes, Miss Sinapback, Trishana, Auntie, I appreciate you also. I appreciate you, Auntie. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. But just to see when these things are happening, it just goes to show that you won't feel what someone else is feeling or how they're feeling or what they're going through until something hit home for you. It's like a home run. It hit home for you now. So you gotta like figure it out. You just got so much things to do and you gotta figure out all of this. It's tough. You know what I mean? It's tough. And then no amount of reassurance or anything ain't gonna bring these people back. And then it let me start to think. No, I start to calculate on my mom age, and I start to calculate on my age, and I start to calculate on all the sickness that is happening to the family. And we got to pay attention to these things now. So when certain sickness that are challenging are going to be costly, we don't know what we're going to have. So I'm just saying, it just make you start to think about all these things that can be. It's like a child who not listening. They don't care. They just keep doing it. This is how some of these sickness are. They just keep draining your pocket, and then here comes reality. Go and drain your pocket one big time, and then that's it. You know, not the dead, but you, who's left behind. So, but my heart goes out to her and her family, and I feel everything because the older you get in life, you realize that wow, I guess I need to wake up for real. Or whatever we're going through, no amount of encouragement, no amount of words will bring back someone, because they're not on vacation. This is reality. They are not on vacation. This is what they say, the real deal. This is the real deal now. They're not on vacation. You know, the vacation, you get off vacation. You know, you get off your vacation, your staycation, whatever you call it. These people not getting off. You know what I mean? So it's just memories. All they have left is having memories. And I remember I was telling her today, I think my TV is so loud. 1 second. I remember I was telling her, don't mind my kitchen is junky, but who cares right now? I'm trying to turn the TV volume down. Girl, guys, I got my remote back. Yeah, I'm in love. I know my TV is louder than me. Yes, you know what I mean? Yes. Especially when they're in deep pain and just keep spending up unnecessary money because these sickness ain't going to be cured. It's, you know, stuff. And then nowadays I learned as a younger person not to cry if somebody died natural, because they say you cry when a child is born and you rejoice when someone, I think, passed, they said. But my thing is, the only time I will cry when somebody passed away is if somebody take their life, because that is tougher. They have to get a chance to live to be their true potential self. You know what I mean? But when you look and you see you live your life and sickness come and take you over, they say something will take you out this world, but you know. Yes, I got, but no, I didn't take it to the shop. I had met a subscriber a week back. And remember, I was talking about the TV remote that I got from that subscriber. So I finally said, you know what? Let me put the the not the TV remote, the antenna onto the back of the TV today, and I put it on. Even the kids were screaming. I wish I had taken a video of that. They said, "Yeah, mommy, your TV is back." We all were so happy today. You know, understand? They said, "Mommy, you got your TV back." You know, so they were so happy. Mr. Shana, you should see those kids. Yes, they were happy. But and then I was telling her that my aunt had passed away too. And I was telling her what my aunt passed away from. She told me her aunt, one of her father sister, passed away with the same thing. I'm like, wow. And then now another close relative of mine called me recently. I can't say too much yet. I gotta wait first to keep my fingers crossed. A little bit worried that hopefully they're not having the same issue with breast cancer as well. So, you know, you never know what's gonna hit you. You know, what I mean, you're just in this home, you're just in this world, and as you get older, you know, they say you get maturity, but it's not just maturity. We get agony too. We got pains. Some of them are very hard to live. You know, especially when you're at a stage in your life where your decisions you make in life were not worthwhile. They weren't they weren't budget enough for you to plan your life out in such a way in case of these terrible kind of incidents that will, change your world or flip it upside down. So there's just when things happen, you just start think deep and long and wide and like, wow, you know. And then she was saying to me she don't even know if she should cry or anything. And I was saying to her, you know what? I think you had done your part with your mom because you ensured that you take good care. I remember even when she had to go to school and something, her mom was in another parish and she was in another parish. You know, when you're trying to achieve a common goal in life, you sometimes you have to spread your wings. And she said, I say, your mom appreciate you because she died peacefully. I said she didn't want to see you worried or fret if she should say I'm not gonna be here no more. So she just leave you peacefully. You don't know what to say to someone when they lose a loved one. And that's just the honest truth. You don't know. You're saying things, but to be honest, you don't know. You're just trying to cheer them up, but to be honest, you don't know. You don't know. But yes, guys, but I'm still here and I'm grateful for life. Spent a lot of time today. Did some schoolwork with my son before the news struck. I think I got the news around maybe four something. Yeah. So there is a lot of little things now that some news that I'm getting that one I've been wondering about it because not with me but with somebody who's very close to me. So I'm just waiting for them to let me know what's up, and I'm hoping and praying that the result that they're going to get from the doctor will be something more than what it is. Oh yes, oh yes, yes. It's tough. It's tough. All right, Miss Sinapback Trishana. Good night, my dear. I know you guys are busy and you gotta do what you have to do. For me, you know how we go. I always say see you guys over, you know what I mean? So God bless you and you take good care of yourself. And take good care of yourself. I don't want to, if anybody, on here, whether you're watching silently or anything, and what I'm saying might be bringing up memories, you can always just, I know you want to support or everything, but it's okay. It's okay if you leave, that's not a problem because life can hit you sometime, especially if your loved one already passed and it's bringing memory back to you and stuff, and you want to, it's too much for you. Don't be here trying to say you're supporting me while you're having mixed emotions or things are coming up. I would rather tell you to just bypass this one. You know what I mean? I appreciate, because it's never easy when you have to go through things and you have to relive things again. And then you start to think back of yourself like, wow, what next? What am I gonna hear? And so many things can pop up in your thoughts. So if it's gonna be too much for you or anything, and you lose somebody or anything, or you can't bear it, or because not everybody's strong enough to go through this again, or to live what, even if you didn't go through anything, but this part is kind of something you're not ready to deal with or anything. It's fine. It's fine. I appreciate, what I mean. It's fine. But it's just funny, because even when my mom was here in February and she started, show me certain things, that if XYZ happened, we are okay, we are this, she's taken care of, we just have to play our part and da da da. And I'm looking at it like, why are you telling me this now? I'm like, did God called you? I had to say that to her. I said, did God called you? Because this is just my way of looking at her, not to think the worst. You know what I mean? So I had to try find some humor in the situation at the same time, just to calm myself down. I'm like, Ma, why are you saying all of this? Just let me know when God called you. Then I know what to do. Just let me know a day before. Because just to hear when your parents get into that point of their life and they know that it's not going to be a renewal, it's going to be a point where they're going to be on the other side. And it could be us either, because young and old, back in the days, the young used to bury the old, now the old burying the young. So you never know. And I just say, when God call you, just let me know the day before, so then you can tell me all what you need to tell me. Sometimes I think that's just a way to protect, that you don't want to accept what they're saying, the reality of life. But it's actually a reality, because then if you don't accept that something should ever happen, then you feel so guilty about it. You feel so guilty about it. And that's the crazy part of it, you know what I mean? That's the toughest part of it. But it's something that we gotta live with, something that we gotta understand, and just to heal, try and see if we can heal from it and stuff. But it's life. But anyway, such is life. If I know it's the next year, before next year is the funeral. So when those time come, if I need to make a call probably tomorrow to see if I need to check something out. I was telling her I was gonna check something out to see how they could get it to stream live, so I could watch and the other sister could watch, because we wouldn't be able to make it. you know. And it would be sad too because she used to be there for me, you know what I mean? But such is life, you know. I just can be here in support and whatever I can do, I do, you know what I mean? Such is life. All right. So anyway, people, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful night. And sorry to kind of, I hope I don't trigger anyone, but as I said, if you felt triggered or anything, because you know it's life, you know, the reality of life when you really when you hear others talking about something, sometimes it give you a wake up call. You know, you can have anybody going through stuff and then it's a reminder like, wow, this is happening. This is real now. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you don't, you know that it's there, but is that you're trying to fight to accept, not to accept it. You know what I mean? Because acceptance is what we're scared of. When you look at reality, acceptance is what we're really scared of. We don't want to admit that this is it, you know, because we want to hold on a little longer. But we, you know, everything, every good thing shall come to an end. So, but I'm doing good otherwise from this and all these things, you know. And I have to give God thanks to know that I am a very strong person in some essence. I am, and so forth. So we have a lot to give God thanks for, you know, just keep going and can't give up and lose hope. You know what I mean? So check on your loved one, guys. If you have a seen or hear from them in a while, and you're going through your phone. I know it's the end of the year, and we all made resolution to check, revisit ourselves, make adjustments, make changes, and everything. But some of those changes gonna come tough. So we gotta be prepared and brace for them, as well as check on your loved one if you haven't heard from them in a while, or even close friends that you used to close with and you haven't heard from them in a while. It's okay. Please check on them because you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they're faced with. Because if I didn't check today, I wouldn't know that my friend had lost her mom. You know what I mean? So please go to your phone, check on your loved one, even if you had some friends, you know, from how long and you haven't heard from them in a while. Because, you know, people busy. Everybody had their own life to live, their jobs and everything, their kids and so forth. So, but do me a favor and check on your loved ones. You know what I mean? Check on your loved ones. Check and see what's going on. Even if you didn't even talk to these people, just check and see how they're going on. You know, you can't just call and say, hey, I'm just checking on you. You know, like today I called a couple of my elderly friends here and I call and I say, hey, I'm just checking on you guys. How are you guys doing? Are you guys okay? Before I heard the news, I'm always, you know, and I call and I say, hey, I'm just checking on you guys. Are you guys okay? And they say, yeah, I'm good. They say, how are you? And I say, I'm good too. You know what I mean? Just checking on your loved one, guys. It don't hurt nothing. It don't cost you nothing. It's not gonna cause you no pain. You know what causes you pain when you have it on your mind to say I'm gonna call someone and then you hear that they either end up in the hospital, they passed away, or they're no longer living with us. And then you realize that, wow, and last week my mind was on this person and I was gonna call him. Too late now. So check while you can. You understand? Because you never know. You never know. So check while you can. Check while you can, guys. But we got to remember that anyhow, to God be the glory, great things He has done. He created us to fight in this world. He created us to be strong. He created us to be bold, to be courageous, and to just go and keep going. No matter how it seems, life seems unfair so many times, and we're seeing it now. It's so unfair that sometimes you don't even want to leave your house or do anything, you know, because it's so unfair. You know what I mean? It's what it is, but just remind yourself that it's okay and you go keep going. So check on your loved ones, your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, your sister, your brother. I don't even care if you have them as enemies. Check on them. You know, reach out to them. Say hi to them. You know what I mean? Because that's one thing in life we got is our family, our friends, and everything. I remember the good times of people too. You know, that's one thing we forget sometimes. we tend to dwell on what the one little bad thing that somebody do to us. We tend to crucify them so much, but the good things we never really appreciate them for. So, take the time to reflect on your journey and your life, the transitions, the waves that you're creating, the pathways that you're creating, or the path you're treading. Look back at your life and, be thankful for everybody that comes along the way, even if they becomes enemies to you in the end. Just be thankful for them, because they also remind you to wake up and say, hey, can't be sitting down too comfortable, because you can't trust everyone. You know what I mean? So let your life lessons be a reminder of key for you to keep pushing, keep strengthening, keep enduring, and just when you feel like giving up, just remember there's brighter light at the end of the tunnel. And it's what you do with your life is gonna set you apart from everybody else. You know what I mean? And when I mean everybody else, I'm talking yourself, because everybody is one. You know what I mean? So always just think of yourself as being blessed and being humbly blessed as well. Yes, we want to create pathways to empower, to change, to transition, but we have to be grateful and grow with grace. Many times we beat ourselves up for the past. The past ain't gonna come back. And when I mean come back, karma will come back, but your past ain't coming back. Your karma will come and say hi. It gonna say hi to each and every one of us. You know? But it's what you're gonna do is gonna shape the future. So don't give up. Reach out to your loved ones. Check on them. Pray for them. Ask God for different route. You know? I mean the path you used to take when you were young and not wise and everything, and the mistakes you make. Yes, you can correct those mistakes now by making a difference. Stand up, change. Tell yourself you deserve to be changed. You don't want to live the way you used to, you know especially if the pathway wasn't a rightful one. You know what I mean? So check on yourself first, and then you go check on your loved ones to make sure everything is good, because you have to be strong to go check on your loved ones, because you never know what news you will be hearing if you call one of your auntie, your cousin, your uncle, your mama, your papa out that you haven't talked to in a while, or so forth. So check on your loved ones while they're here, because when they're gone you can't check on them no more. The last time you're gonna see them. So do the best we can, people, and the best will come for us. And sometimes we're not gonna have the best things to tell our friends or family, but just if you just talk about the good times, talk about something else, so that nobody feel you know like uncomfortable about everything. Because when she said to me today she felt like she want to cry, I had to say to her, think about the song where they say, I remember mama in a happy way. I said, think about it like that. I'm not in my head because I'm singing it in my head. So think about it like that. I remember mama in a happy way. So. But other than that, I'm gonna go to church tomorrow. The weather, I haven't gone outside today. I wanted to go out and take the kids out, but my son wouldn't finish up his work yesterday, so I had to finish it today. So because report time coming out, I want his report card, so I had to do that. So, but tomorrow definitely we're coming out the house to go to church and ask God for redirection. You know, and for me, it's good for me to get out the house, because sometimes your mind and your mind when you are alone with kids, and you gotta make sure you maintain a roof over your head, bills, all kind of bills. Well, it might not be a whole lot of bills, but your bills is your bills. You know what I mean? So you have to think about so many things. So sometimes you can be internally stressing, not necessarily somebody have to see you looking like you're stressing, because you're not gonna be doing that. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that internally you're not fighting. You're not fighting. It's like staying afloat. You can't swim, but you can stay afloat. Yes, you're just trying to make the best use of what you have circling around. You know what I mean? It's like turnover. We call it with what we have turnover. Yeah. So we're making that turnover, you know what I mean? But that is what life teaches us, to be strong, be bold, be of good courage. And sometimes when you can't be of good courage, reach out to someone, just talk to someone, laugh, dance, sing. Even when you can't sing, scream in somebody's ears. Something, just to take your mind off a lot of stuff. Like since then, my oldest son was getting on my nerves a little bit, and I had to say to him, I said, let me tell you something, young man. As a person that have to be making these sacrifices for you, you would not understand what I have to be putting up with internally to deal with everything externally. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times as parents, we're not going to share everything to our children that we're dealing with internally, much less externally. Sometimes we don't even want to see them see us cry. You know what I mean? So I had to talk to him a little bit and let him understand. And I said, young man, I'm telling you, you might have stress, but just remember we have stress too. So when somebody else is stressing us out, adding to our stress, that can be more than overbearing, overwhelming. And the last thing you want to do is to stress your parents out. And the last thing you don't want is for your parents to stress you out as well. And I'm pretty sure you don't want that. So listen, do what you gotta do and get your shapes together, get your acts together. Because I say you don't know the sacrifice that the parents have to make. When you look and you see you have a roof, but you don't even know how you got the roof over your head. You just know that you can't even go to work if there should be anything. You're young, you're a little baby, you can't even go to work, you know what I mean? So yes, you guys running around and not realizing that, because you guys don't know. You don't know what it costs to put a roof over your head yet. You don't know what's the sacrifice like. You don't know if mama make sure you guys eat, but she never eat. You guys don't know. You guys just see mama, and mama may look happy today, mama may look jelly today, but it's a lot you gotta deal with. It's like you got a whole payroll up in your head, you know what I mean? Because you gotta hide some of these things from the kids. Because one, you don't want your kids see you all down and drained and stressed and slobbing sometimes. You just want to do that by yourself, you know what I mean? you know the only thing I want my kids to really see me do most times is to pray with them. Most time I pray with them. I ain't got to lie, I pray with them all the time, but because sometimes you just want a moment for yourself, especially if they irritate you for that day. You will tuck them in the bed and everything, but the last thing you want to do is just pray with them, at that time when situation is not in line, you know because I grew up in church, and they always tell you, if you sin about something or so, take the time to individually pray about, asking for forgiveness and redirection, so that he can redirect you. And when you're on the straight path again, then you can always be right back in the crowd again. You know what I mean? So it's tough. So it's a lot we have to go through. And even if you're not a single family home either, and you are a couple home as well, there's a lot. You still have children in the home. There's a lot you have to think about too. And that those children will see all the Christmas this, all the glitter, all the glamour, and they won't even understand that sometimes you run your credit card up. Ooh, max. You maximize. Not minimize, maximize. They won't even know, just to make the sacrifice so they could be happy. Because if we for me, I normally tell myself, if it was for me alone, I wouldn't even care flies. I wouldn't. The fly would be flying past me, and I'd probably be dancing in my head like the fly. Woo, you know what I mean? But they wouldn't understand that you maximize, and even when you maximize, and they think everything is good, after everything is over and the happiness and the joy and the opening and all these things, here comes you with the depth. Here comes you with the test of time to see if you can clear that back up. You know what I mean? So it's a lot that parents have to endure, and then at the same time maintain a straight face for your children, and just for anyone around it, because you don't want everybody in your business, you know what I mean? So you just have to put on that straight face sometimes and just keep going. And sometimes you want to share, you can't share. Sometimes you just have to just, like, let me take it to God in prayer, you know because he understand, he knows best, he know what we're going through, whether we tell it to him or not. He understand, he know, he sees before we even see it. You know what I mean? He created the future for us. He create the path that we take. You know what I mean? So when we don't see, he sees. You know, even though they say God is a spirit, but they say they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. You know what I mean? So he sees and he knows everything. And once you worship him in spirit and in truth, he will direct you. He will show you the way. You know, because you know, even when your burdens seem hard to bear and you just seem like there's no hope, there's no mercy, or everything just seem delayed. Delayed are for a recovery for me. Because sometimes things are delayed is for a reason. Whatever is out there, he knows. And that's why he slow you down. It's like you're lingering in the house and you were supposed to be somewhere at maybe 10 o'clock. And he sent you there late. He sent you there late for a reason. Because he know what was about to happen. Something was ahead of you and you couldn't see it. You know, you could not see it, but he could. And you will wonder, you're fussing before you get out the house. And that I don't like to be fussed when I'm getting out the house because something always ahead. When you always fuss before you get out the house, something is always ahead, you know, always ahead that he's stopping you from entering into. But it's life. It's life. We just have to grow with grace and have support system around us. You know, therapy is a good one, and good friends, good families, good YouTube families as well. You know, that always checking in, reaching out here and there every now and then. You know what I mean? Whenever time they come by, you know, at least somebody consider you. They checking on you. They whatever. So it's a plus. You know, it's a plus. Everything can be negative. You know what I mean? Everything can be negative because we tend to feed negativity sometimes that by the time we see the good we forget the we forget about it because the negativity is so out there in your face that you're like you don't know which one to be looking at directly. You know what I mean? So we just have to just decipher for ourselves and figure out what we really want out of life, because when we know what we want out of life for ourselves, it's easier for us to navigate such a world that we're living in now. I have to say such a world because the world we're living in now, I don't think when we were growing up as young children, young boys, young girls, I don't think this world was ever like this. I don't think so at all. You know, and you guys, you know it. You can let me know. You know, you can let me know. I don't think this world was ever like what we're growing up in. You know, because I remember traveling even to my own dad house and everything, and his door would be left wide open or open. And he probably gone to work, and I said, "Ain't my dad over by the house?" You know, neighbors looking out for neighbors. Oh no, he's not there yet, but the door is open. They all know the door is open, and they're not going over there to take a dime. Well, not wasn't there to take anyhow, but I'm just saying. You know what I mean? But those were the good old days. You know what I mean? I wish they could come back, but by the time they come back, we're not here. We will not be here. So I'm drinking some bitter tea in my wake up and be awesome cup. Yes, I got this at Family Dollar, guys. Kind of blur, but I like it. You know, nice, cute little mug. It was only like $3 something, so maybe $4 after tax. Yeah. So yes, the love. That was the TV I'm talking about. The love, the love, the love. You know, little sound in the house kind of keep you, especially when you by yourself. Little sound in the house is good. I'm not saying too much so you can't hear anything around you, but little sound goes a long way. You know, it kind of push your day by. Not everybody likes sound, but for me, I like sound. You know. So not every sound I like. Squeaky sound, annoying noise. No, I don't like those. But you see, the sounds I like is something that I keep me going. You know, at least I even if you're alone in the house, but you just to hear the TV, it felt like you're not alone in the house. You know what I mean? You feel like yes, you want to get up and you want to run from a room, you want to run from the hall, you want to run here, run there, because something is in the house keeping your mind occupied. Because if you ever to think at night when you turn off all the devices and everything and just sit down, it's scary. I would have been scary, not to say scary to scare you, but the place is too quiet. Some people like the quietness. Nope. Nope, I can't stand that. I probably run outside instead. I probably run away instead. I used to run out the house at night when the house gets scary. Now, I gotta live on my own. I'm like, Lord. I remember even my family used to word, you live by yourself now? You ain't scared? You know, come along with me. I heard a pin drop, I'm gone. Yes. Not in my room though. I will sleep with it. I'm not afraid to sleep with no sound on. Even if you're at a party and my eyes ready to sleep, I'm gonna sleep. Noise don't bother me. And I train my kids the same way. I said, let me tell you something. You're gonna be, some people let noise bother them. I said, let me tell you something. You're gonna be in this world where noise might not affect you. Nice shouldn't be a bother to you because you're gonna have all sort of things from all different walks of life. And what you're gonna do? You're gonna learn to block the noise out. So sometimes the TV would be here, and somebody would say, "Oh, like my little son would say, Mama, turn your phone down. It's too loud," because he wanna watch his cartoon, and my phone is too loud for the little 3 year old. Right? My phone is too loud. I'm like, okay. And if I don't turn it down, he yell at me. Turn the phone down. I'm like, Karn, how are you doing, my brother? How are you? Yes, I'm not afraid. My TV on, or you turn it down to. At night, I will turn my TV down to like 11 or 9, because sometimes the volume, even when you turn it down to 11, it's so loud. I'm like, what? At night, your TV get louder than in the day. Just like at night, too, your internet. So when most people go to bed, your internet run faster than during the day when everybody's on it, because at night, most people sleep. So your internet run faster. I think I'm watching The Rookie. Which one of the movie I'm watching? The Rookie, yeah. Watching The Rookie right now. I'm watching The Rookie right now on Channel 7. Yeah, I like nice in my room. The Rookie. Used to be one of the shows I used to love watch too. But look how nice go a long way. I like my radio too, but I haven't played my radio. I play my radio in the car, but not. I haven't played my radio in a long while. I'm not play it. When you live alone, you need local noise in the house or something. And if you have company over, then you won't need no TV, or I still got my TV on. It watching me while I'm not watching it. And that's why on this channel, because I watch it so much, I know everything I see on the TV. I know what hour it is. I know what time it is. If it's 12 o'clock, I know what time is it because I know who's coming on. 11 o'clock, I know what's coming on. All these things. So even if I'm home and I gotta go pick my little son up from school, having the TV on, I don't even have to set an alarm. As long as I am in the couch, I don't have to set an alarm because I know when this show come on, I know it's only taking me another half an hour before I have to leave to go pick him up. You know, so I know where all of that is. But tonight, family, I just want to say a big shout out to each and every one of you. Big shout out, and for I'll be going to today. one of my videos because a lot of people are commenting, and then I see the new channels that are coming in, and I want to say a big shout out to you guys and thank you guys for your support as well. And I'm happy, making sure I'm trying as my best to get as many people as I can to subscribe, and then I hop over, check out maybe one or two of their videos right away to keep it going, so that when they post I can see. Even if I don't see right away, I can still go check them out as well. So I'm trying to keep that keep that thing going. It's getting more and more, but I'm still going on. I ain't complaining, still doing. So if you have a channel and you're out there, whether you subscribe or not, you just leave a comment and I get to you. And even if you subscribe to the channel, or I subscribe to you and you don't see me over there one or two time again or whatever, send me a message. Let's keep the connection going that way. It work for me that way because I do go through my videos. I do go through them. I don't get to go through all of them, no, especially the amount I be putting out there. So sometimes I don't get to go through all of them over, but majority of them I do go over. And the people who comment more often, I get to see their name and I get to keep constantly connect with them. So keep it going, keep it going. I just have one big message for all content creators: just be you. Don't worry about nothing else. Because when you're building a community now, there's so many people you have to keep check on and everything, because you got to support the community and everything. But guess what? If you can't do support them today, that's fine. If you can't support me today, that's fine. I understand. When you can, you can. When you can't, you can't. Because some days you're not going to be in the mood to say, I ain't going to check this girl out today. No, I ain't have no time for that. But when you can, you can. You know what I mean? I ain't knocking you down. I ain't falling you down. No, when you can, you can. Because one thing I grew up with, and I learned that they say we're two or more gathered, God is in the midst. So even if two people is here, one people is here, nobody is here, God is still in the midst, baby. And that's what you gotta tell yourself. God is in the midst. Whatever God you serve, God is in the midst. You gotta believe. You gotta believe in you, and others will believe in you. You might not get them in the multitude, but guess what? Where two or more are gathered, God is in the midst. And you gotta keep tell yourself that. And one day you will grow. You will be strengthened from strength to strength and keep going. When you're starting out your journey, don't expect to be like, oh wow, I wanna be blown up like this person. No, that person was there for years. You just now seen that person journey, you know what I mean? But that person was there long before we even know who that person were or was, you know what I mean? So it didn't happen overnight. Because those persons gonna tell you, hey, I've been here for years now. You know, so just keep going. There are several people that right now, even as a young YouTuber, they said they on the internet for how many years? For like 10, 20 years, 13 years. That's a lot of years to be on the internet. That's a lot. I've been on the internet since what, 2008? I don't think I was on YouTube those times, but I used to be on like Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook in I can't even tell when, and so forth. Or I used to play Tag the Pets. I used to play the Pets. I used to love the Pets, or Farmville on Facebook. Man, that would take your whole time up. Anybody remember Farmville on Facebook? That used to take your whole day because they gotta reap, they plant the short crops, and you gotta reap them because they ready so fast. And man, that game was something else. They probably still have it, but have a different version of it. But Farmville, ooh Lord, you would never get nothing done. I'm telling you. I think a lot of people lose their relationship because of that game. Because you're so glued to that game. You gotta plant the crop, you gotta reap the crop, and you gotta plant again to harvest again. It was fun. It was, but it was too much. you know, you leave it for a while and everything damage, or you just want to keep up the game and maintain and plant a night. It was so fun too. Anybody who came up with that Farmville game, there was a good game, but it was very addicted. You were addicted to it. A lot of men used to argue with their wives and complain. I know some used to complain, you be out here too much, or you know what I mean? So we all come a long way, people. We come a long way. So let's keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Just keep supporting yourself. Keep doing what you gotta do, and reach out to your community when you can. When you can, because everybody have stuff to do. When you can. You know what I mean? Because it's life. It's what it is. What you gonna do? Beat yourself up so much? Look at me. I'm in this house today, and then the little one came and he crashed my kitchen. I just left it like that. Behind me, if I move right now, you're like, ooh, don't be you. I got a mop. I got all the chemicals to clean my kitchen up. I ain't worried about that. When you got life, you got everything, right? That's what they say. You got life, you got your hands, you got your eyes, you got your mouth, everything. And you don't got no life, you don't got nothing. You keep quiet. Silent night, you start to sing. And you're not the one gonna be singing silent night. Be quiet. Shh. So you got life, you get everything, baby. So don't beat yourself up. If your house look like a junk, don't beat yourself up. When you get around to it, get around. Stress yourself all the time. Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. God didn't take one day to build this land. Why should you? Why should you take one day build this land? 6 days shall labor. Remember those days? 6 days shall labor. 6 days, and the 7th day you shall rest, okay? And I strongly believe in my rest. So don't be mad at yourself when your house look like the dumpster or the junkyard. Don't be mad. You can declutter. So they have a word called you can declutter. And when you get around to it, you'll be shocked to know that all you gotta do is just start. It's just start, and then you'll be surprised to say, wow, I did all of this in an hour. You will be so shocked. You will have cleaned up, washed up your dishes, straightened up the house, freshened up the house in an hour or two, depending on how garbage it look. You know, I'm always taking up my garbage, so it's tea done. It's bitter too, but it's good. Little bitterness good for your blood. Little bitterness good for your blood. And what I like with this tea bag here, it you could still pour more water on there, and the potent of it is still in there. Am I saying they using the right word? Whatever. Sometimes words come to our mouth and we're using it and we forgot. I'm trying to make sure I'm using use it correctly. But sometimes it's just keep going. They say keep going because sometimes nobody, if you don't correct yourself, sometimes nobody would have known. Okay, ain't paying attention to that. This. Yes, so in a few more days, guys, Christmas is here. And to be honest, I wouldn't say I celebrate Christmas. I just like the festivity of the season. You know what I mean? I like to be in the festivity. Doesn't mean I have to celebrate. I like to hear the Christmas songs. I like to see all the lights and all these things. I like to see the festivity. I love to see the decorations, and I like when they just decorate everything and then they just turn the lights up. So, and that's one of the reasons why I'm so happy my TV come back on, because they're probably showing it now where people are right around the globe here in America. I think it's in America. Yeah, they do big decoration of their houses every year, and they turn it into a competition. And then the house have so many history, the lights got so many history, every art pieces that they would have created, it got so much history behind it, because their grandmother or their grandfather could have started it, and it just keep going down the drain to keep going down the ladder, where the kids, then the kids have kids, then they come into play and they start all, create and add, keep adding, and then a year time now they have big things where, two people family. Dang. Ooh, I got a long piece of string, and ask if it's string though I have on a skirt, so the string drop on my leg scare me. Lord. Ooh, I'll be running out my shell just now. Yes, so every year, and I just like to see when they created it. And this year they have a family on there. One of the ladies said she have cancer, but she had to keep going this year. So I don't know if I missed that episode, but I know I caught it on the TV was changing color now to black. It start fading now, so I don't know how long it gonna last. But anyway, can't barely see anything much, but whatever. So I'm interested to see what they come up with. And then I don't know how they do it, but they do it in a couple rounds where people can win the big pepper light as a trophy or whatever. And maybe I think they win like $50,000 to contribute back to yearly, or to do whatever, go on vacation or something. But to see so many people, sometimes it's just four people, or sometimes it's just two people, and they create a whole, like a whole farm of pepper light with millions of lights, and how they organize and design these things. Ain't it pretty? Ain't it pretty? And then when they say one, two, three, let's go and turn the light on. Let's turn the light on. I think what they say. They have a slogan they normally use. So it's beautiful to see all these things. You don't have to be in the celebration mood, but just to look at these things, is like, wow. I'm a kid again. Wow. This is all I miss. But it's right on your TV. It's right on your TV. So I kind of like the festivity. The only thing I miss right now about the festivity is not being back home yet. Where when I was back home, I used to be the one who cook for like cook buy the gifts, like for Mother's Day. I wasn't a mother then, so like for Mother's Day, I would buy my siblings, my mom gifts and stuff, and they would come and I would cook for them, and give them little token and so forth, so they can have something to open. So that was fun. And then I would cook my adopted mom. I would invite her when there's special functions like Christmas time. I would invite her, and she came. I think 1 or 2 years she came when I started it while I was in college. Yeah, I did that. And then when I kept my brother birthday, you know, so all these are good dreams that you had, and they had to put them on part. Like to bring coming together and stuff. And I know if I was there, a lot that I had in my mind and I was about to do, I have to be waiting. But one of these fine days, guys, I'm telling you, I gonna make a U-turn, and I'm gonna try to make sure I can, get couple loyal fans like you guys here, to see how we can, work in different communities, in different states or different part of the world. We can go together as a community, as a little community, not a whole bunch of people, just a small amount. You don't want too much, you know, until you can get there. You know, your baby steps, and go out there and just transform and make changes. You know what I mean? So we gotta just, that's why I say, just keep going, keep pulling yourself. Because if you don't pull yourself, who gonna pull you? You know, people will push you down, push you back, but you gotta push yourself. You know, push yourself, keep going, and the right people will push you too, to go forward, not backward. So don't worry about nothing, nothing. Just keep going. It's more than just keep going. Just put in the work, be consistent. You know, stay true to who you are, and just, you can't worry about everything, every little thing that will happen to you. Because remember, setbacks are for great, for coming back big and greater. Because sometimes when you get setbacks, when you hit rock bottom, or you think something was gonna happen, and then only to realize it didn't happen, or it happened but it take a toll the other way, not the way you were hoping for. Sometimes, but it's just to say to yourself, you know what? I think I need to revisit myself and think about, thank God it happened this way. Else I could have lose all my dimes, or I could have lose all my pennies. If you got the pennies and the dimes or the nickels, you know, you could have lost all of those things. So sometimes when you see you were hoping to go this way, and then something happened and you had to go the other way, it's a reminder to tell you that, you know what? I did that. You know, you might heard a voice said, I did that, because you were going the wrong way, you were going the opposite way, you know. And then sometimes we heard these things are telling us, don't do it, don't do it. And because we're so eager, and it is so busy, like our ego, that instead of steering us in the right direction, it said, no, get out the way, super ego. Stay in the way, id. Stay in the way, ego. And then all that just comes shattered. It's like glass broken up in splinters. And then we have now to deal with the stress and the pain and all these things. But to be honest, when you look back and you see where you're coming from, give yourself a pat on the shoulder. Even if you're still in some roller coaster things and you're still rolling, give yourself a pat on the shoulder, because you come a long way. You come a long way, and we always want to beat ourselves up. We always want to cuss ourselves so much, not realizing that we have come a long way from being no good to, in eyes of other people. People will say, oh, you're no good. Maybe not on the internet or whatever, but in personal life, or just all the things you had to endure. Maybe as a child, all the things you go through, all the everything that you see and everything, and you get to this point in your life, baby, give yourself some pat on the shoulder. Give yourself some grace. Because it's through grace and mercy that you're still here and can make these necessary steps that you're doing. Without that, it would not be possible, you know? And that's what I had to remind myself of too, because I'm like, sometimes when I look back and I see things, I'm looking back at my life, like, things that I have to share with you guys, and I'm looking back at it sometimes, and I'm thinking about it and everything, and I'm like, you know what? I know I was on a good path, but then because of blank and blank, your path take a toll, it take a shift. And that would include the decisions you make while you were on that blank, or while you were with that blank, or with this blank, or whatever blank it was. You fill in the blank, you understand. Yeah, I mean, but those blanks are lessons. They're like seasons. Yeah. They're like the snow, it fall. Sometimes it sticks, sometimes it don't stick. What you gonna do? You gonna sit there and just beat yourself up and stab yourself, stab yourself, stab yourself? Can't control, can't contain yourself? No. Just gotta keep going. Get your acts together, get up and keep going. Even if you don't have to be around nobody, you could still be in your house and you still praying, cooking, Sometimes a lot of the things you used to love to do is taken away from you because your mood changes, your mind changes after what happened to you. Because sometimes you could go through a really devastating situation, devastating breakup, devastating life, take a turn. Anything could happen, losing a loved one or anything. You know what that thing is in your life. And it can take a turn, toll on you dramatically, where you just lose all hope to one point where you feel like you wouldn't even know you would have been where you are now, you know? So, yeah. But the songwriter would say, when all hope is lost, Lord, I don't understand. So even though we might not understand some of the things that we were put through, but God understand. That's why he have us here. He understand. And he knew that we were one of his strongest soldiers too. He just wanted us to find ourselves. And when you find yourself, I'm pretty sure many of you are walking testimony. Even if you have not yet shared your testimony like me, I've shared a lot of stuff, you know. Well, not really a lot, but just in the life with, with children, having children, and the things you go through, you know what I mean? But we're walking testimony. We all, in our own right, are walking testimony. And we can never let other people reflection of us judge us. We gotta remember that, because I have a day one. I said the reflection I have of myself is not the reflection that somebody else have of me. I don't care about your reflection. Your reflection is what you're looking at, and you're reflecting on your life, and you say, oh wow, I used to be like her. I used to be a little termite. I used to be sharp at the mouth. But that's you looking at me and think that, okay, you probably weren't bold enough to be brave. But then you see somebody brave enough, now you want to tear them down. No. Grow yourself with grace. You come a long way. And that's the only thing going to root you out of what you're getting, what you're in. Even when we see our pathway looking so junky, dark, it's because of the things we are enduring, and we got to constantly think about them, and that's why the community now that I'm around, which is me and my children, I feel good. Would I be 100% feel good? No, because there's always room for improvement. There's always room for improvement. No matter if you think you're here in life, there's always room for something. There's always room for improvement. There is always room for growth. Even when you think you got things down, but there's always room for growth, because if you don't say there's always room for growth, anything can happen, and it take a 360. You're gonna have to grow again. You're gonna have to plant that seed. It's not gonna grow right there when you want it. Everything take time, baby. So when you look and you see the situations you were in and you get out of it, even if you're still going through it every now and then, because it depends on what remind you of what. It could be something somebody talking about and you're like, wow, I used to live this. Or anything. You know what that anything is, or what that thing is, and you realize that, you know what, I need to chill out. Just chill out. You need to chillax, relax, get up, chill out. Life is not that serious. You know what I mean? Because we beat ourselves up so bad sometimes that when we look around us, we don't see nothing but our junk, our hot mess. Like me, low. I look around and all I see is hot mess everywhere. But we here beating up ourselves about the past that's not even coming back. And even if it come back, you're not going to take it back. You know what I mean? But we beating up ourselves. Chill out. It's not that serious no more. When it was serious, we get out. We were scared. We run away. We hide. We don't even let nobody know where we are. Till now. So get out. Step out there and own who you are. Because if you don't, baby, so, don't let the universe own you no more. You tell yourself, you know what? I am stepping out and I am walking out and I'm going to get the victory that I deserve. Finally. Once you keep telling yourself there's a number out there for every one of us. We don't know what that number is, though. Just be a reminder. We don't know, but it's out there. The person who know that number is still out there. He's in the universe controlling all of us. But we gotta keep going to see that number, and then when we see that number, your instinct already internalize some things, even if you forget about it or you didn't remember about it. It's because it wasn't meant for you to remember. It's like you get up and you said you had a dream about something, but then you can't remember the dream. It's because it was not meant for you to remember. It was meant for you to you say, wake up, something is happening, but pay attention. That's all that was. Just a reminder, pay attention. Some things come and you can't figure it out, and you're like, what was that? No, you don't. It wasn't meant for you to remember nothing. It meant for you to keep going and show the universe you're stronger. You know what I mean? And when we show the universe how strong we are, then we will realize that we have much more to offer this world than we think. We have so much, but we have to work on breaking down the walls around us, which was trying to cave us in. Whatever that wall is, because sometimes we are against the environment, we are against ourselves too. Because we talk about that human and the environment, and we and ourselves, and people against people. So you learn all about these things. Sometimes it don't have to be you with people, it could be just you with you, because of all the things you endure and the decisions you already made. And you're looking back and said, if I didn't say this or if I didn't do this, maybe life would have been better or worse. You never know. But if we had known that those steps that we were taking, or we are about to take now, was going to be something that is so, probably, I don't want to say ups and down or challenging. I'm looking for another word, but it's not coming out. It's there, but it's not coming out. But we would have think a little deeper, and we wouldn't have uttered these things out before. We'd have probably written them down and think about it some more, and then reveal it later. But no, we didn't know. But once it's out there, now you know, because you figure it out and you solve it. So now you know. And once you know, that's when trouble starts. Because now you know. So now you gotta be always on your P's and Q's with anything now. You gotta always make sure you're dotting your I's and you're crossing your T now to make sure that this never happen again. You know? That this will never happen again. And we gotta remind ourselves, if things don't happen, the knowledge you gain there when things happen, you would not have gained it. Because if something don't happen to you, how you gonna know that? How you would know to gain that part of you? No. How would you find that part of you? You would never find that part of you because it didn't happen to you. It's like you go to school and you get something wrong. Now you realize you know what you get wrong. You know the answer. You didn't know the answer. But then when you get around back to it, and you start reflecting and where you go wrong, why you fail and so forth, it's like, oh, I messed that up. You know what I mean? And those are the things that will stick with you. It's not the correct things stick with you. It's the things that were wrong. That's what stick with you. You know. I remember I went to a private institution to do a business course, and when I went there, I had to do a business CXC course. And when I went there, I was so good in business. I was walking business, talking business. And the day of the exam, I remember this young lady was going to Manchester High School, and she called me the morning because she was doing it outside. She was still going to high school, but she was doing her course, extra courses outside of her school, even though they didn't if you don't get recommended for it, you could still do it outside, but privately. Yes. And she called me and she said, excuse me, I know this morning is exam, but can you I know I didn't understand this part. Can you explain it to me? What's the difference between assurance and what's that? Insurance and assurance. Yeah. And guys, that very question she asked me that day, I ain't kidding you. Anybody did CXC in which year was that? I think 2012. Which year was that? Whew, I don't remember the year. It's one of those years. I can't remember the year. I would have tell you. That CXC paper, the first question was on there. What is the difference between assurance and insurance? I swear to God. And the young lady called me that day, guys, in the morning before the exam. Because she was a smart young lady too. I don't even know where she at now, but I know she grown big, big now. But that's how I used to be with, once we know something, and the teacher always say, if you don't understand, so you could ask me or something. Because me always like this walking like a book. Confused with the walking, but walking, you know what I mean? And when she called me, she said, what is the difference between assurance and insurance? And when I went into the exam, guys, my mouth was wide open when they said you may begin. I was shocked as soon as I turned the paper over. And then for me, I was going for a distinction. I wanted a distinction. I ended up getting the one. One was the second highest from the distinction. This distinction means you get all A's. I come out with a BAA profile. I was like, let me tell you the question I messed up on. Because when I saw the paper, I glanced through it or you skimmed through it. And I'm like, wow, this is so easy. Never say nothing easy until you finish that paper. Never. Because that's when you messed up. When you think something is easy, I swear you're going to overlook the one little key details you're going to overlook. And this is the question I messed up on. They say, what two types of document you use? What two types of document you use to conduct a transaction? Mind you, back then we know that to open a business, you need two type of document: the article of association and memorandum of association, right? Those were not the documents that we're talking about, because this girl was acting like she's so brilliant now because I was studying. Guys, I forgot transaction. I literally forgot transaction because I was too much looking at documents. So sometimes when you think, oh, this is so easy, just like doing YouTube. Some people look and say, oh, it's easy for some. No, it's not. They make it look easy doesn't mean it's easy. You don't see behind the scene. You don't see all the errors. You don't see all the mistakes. You don't see none of that. What you see is a perfect screen. And you looking, not realizing that all the junk is behind me. Like if I move, no, you see all the crumbs. No. So I'm just here to tell you guys that gotta make sure you dot your I's and cross your T. Because I was going for it, guys. When I say I was going for it, I was going for it. And I forgot how much that thing had marked at the time. Yeah. So it paid to learn. And I never forgot that. And that's many years now. And that's not something I will ever forget. Because I was going for a distinction, guys. And I missed it. Because I got too excited and didn't read the question properly. Did not read the question properly. I could have beat myself up for that whole day. So I'm just here to tell you guys, if you think hurdles are not going to be in your way when you look at something and you say, oh, I got this, you better make sure that I is that. You got to make sure that T is crossed properly. Else your distinction ain't going to be no distinction. It's just going to be an extra one. And you will going to live with that regret for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? You're going to live with that regret for the rest of your life. And that's going to be something that stood out with you until this blessed day. And I can always go back on the CXC website and look. I would have to remember the year, though. I can't remember the year. It's I would tell you guys, because you're not going to see the name of the person or anything, but you will see the exam paper that was taken in that year. Because everything is on the internet now. And I'm telling you, that question let me miss my distinction. Eh? I could almost beat myself up. So I'm here to tell you guys that sometimes you see the glitter and the glam. Just keep going at your pace. Slow down. Don't be rushing. Because if I didn't rush when I say, oh, yes, I'm like, yes, I was so pumped. Not realizing that I'm pumping myself out of something good. I wanted something, but I didn't want it so much. I guess so. Because I was too ego. My ego was ahead. That I missed that opportunity. And I wanted to prove some people wrong at the time too, but I did prove them wrong because one is one of the highest, apart from the distinction, is one of the highest you can get in CXC one. So I was happy for that, you know what I mean? But I really wanted the distinction because if I had got the distinction, my name would be running all over the TV within that because they used to promote themselves on the TV. The school I used to go to, and it used to be an expensive school, so so your name would be running on the screen. Oh, somebody get the distinction in CXC. They got this profile. Came out with a BAA profile, but I felt good because the backstory to me getting there. One day I will just let it all out for you guys to show you that your journey sometimes will slow you down, just for you to realize that hey, slow down, baby. Take your time. Take your time. It's like when you have a lot of snow on the road, it's telling you, slow down, baby. I'm not like in the summer now. No, I'm white. I don't play those games. You slow down. Slow down. You know what I mean? So reminders when they come in your life are meant for a reason. They come in your life for a reason. As long as you get out those reminders, say, thank you, Jesus. I made it out and here am I. Do you want me to start over? Where do you want me to start? You want me to start in Michigan? You want me to move out of Michigan? Wherever you are. Do you want me move to Texas? Do you want me move to Hawaii? Do you want me move to Rhode Island? Do you want me move to Paris? Where do you want me move now? Now that you have shown me what failure look like and how I can come back from failure. Because many times we tell ourselves that we're gonna beat ourselves up over something that can't undo. The most things we do and we can undo it is on a computer. You know what I mean? You can undo some things and some, especially if you do something and never save it, then yes, you can undo it. But then once it's done, sometimes if you're not that technophile, baby, you're gonna be bucking shuffle like me. Hey, where is this? Like last night when I had that video, I still haven't found it. You know what I mean? You're gonna be bucking shuffle like me, like oh, I'm over here with that. It's not happening, it's not occurring, so we just gotta keep going, keep going. Don't be beating yourself up. Cut that beating out. I had to learn that too. So I'm not just telling you, I had to learn it and I'm still learning. I'm still learning, even with my children. When I go overboard with them, I'm still learning. I'm literally still learning. My ND Games, how are you, my brother? How are you? I'm over here doing great. I'm doing great. Yes, yes. Thank you so much, my ND Games. Oh, you're live? Oh, my phone needs to charge. How long you gonna stay on for? Because I'll be coming off in in a few minutes. Let me know how long you gonna stay on for. I'll be coming out. I'll come over there. Because my other phone is dead. My other battery is dead. And I gotta get me some charger too. I have to get me some charger. I have one charger rotating like a circle. But I'll hop on over there if you're not gonna be off for a while. I have a few more minutes I'm gonna be on here for. But I'm telling you, people, you keep going. Something's gonna stop you in your tracks, but you just know when they stop you in your tracks. When you're growing, you will know. You ain't gonna be mad no more. You probably just stop and take a deep breath or look around and just keep going. Because all you're gonna do is just shake your head. Because some things, I don't know how many of us ever seen some things your day just not going right, but you can't tell why, and you don't know why. You can't tell why, and you don't know why. But one thing you know is that you need to keep going. You just need to keep going so that you can get there. You don't know how you're going to get there. You have no clue, no idea. but all you know that you just need to get there. And that's all in the back of your head, which is good. Because at least it's telling you, hey, I stop you here, but I wanted you to stop and take a deep breath, inhale and exhale, and let's go, keep going. It's like you have a coach in school or in high school, college, or university, and they're telling you, okay, let's take 5 minute break, but we gotta go. We have a job to do. Come on, get yourself together. And then you gotta realize that yes, you gotta get yourself together. You gotta keep going. Because remember, you know, couple I think couple weeks ago or a month ago now, I said that just when you feel like giving up, that's when you need to go harder. And not when I mean harder, because they say work smarter, not harder. Because sometimes we work in between both of them, work smart and hard at the same time. Mixture. Just when you feel like giving up, your number was right around the corner, was about to be called. But because you give up, you went right back in the pack. So now you gotta get shuffled all over again. And then that's where you're gonna get mad. And that's where you're gonna get upset. And you're gonna ask yourself a whole lot of why question. Now you become a kid again. Mommy, why this? Daddy, why this? You ain't saying those things. You're gonna say, why me, Lord? Why me? Why all these things have to happen to me? Why am I trying and I feel like a failure? Why am I trying and I feel like nothing coming my way? Nobody cares for me. Nobody love me. Of course, somebody love you. You don't love yourself because you are not stopping to take a break. You're not stopping to take a deep breath, inhale and exhale so you can get to the next point of your life, the next chapter, the next path. Take a deep breath, inhale and exhale so you can keep going. Yes. Yes, Corn. Don't go where the path may lead, but go where there is no path and leave a trail. Exactly. And that's what we need to understand that when God plant, I call it a seed. When he planted us somewhere, because you might let's say you might be from here, but you're not. Let's say you're from Michigan, but you live in Texas. You're not from Texas because you're not originally born in Texas, so you're not from there, but you're living there. He don't make no mistake. He knew that you were gonna be in Texas. He knew you were gonna be in Canada. He knew you were gonna be in the US. He knew you were gonna be some part in somewhere wherever it is. You know you're gonna be in Jamaica. He knew you're gonna be in Switzerland. He knew you're gonna be in Africa. You just didn't know your path. But as Karn here said, thank you for the reminder, Karn. We need to. And then some of we want to go where everybody is in the spotlight. You won't be in that spotlight. Because if you're thinking having no dotted I's and crossed T's, you ain't gonna be up in there. You gotta be having those I's dotted and those T's crossed for you to be up in there. And as and Kanye said beautiful right here. There is no part. You gotta go to a part where you can leave your own trail. It's like doing sports and you all want to go to a school that is so dominant, popular. All the big guns go there. We call the kids that are running some real times clock. We call them the big guns. That's what we call the big guns. But probably let's not use that word. We call them the big runners, the big runners. Let's say big runners. You're gonna be lost in the system if you go there if you're not clocking those times like them. I'm not saying you ain't gonna get there, but you ain't gonna get there when you just get there. You understand? So you said it beautiful right here. So sometimes we gotta remember that, and God made no mistake. He planted us where He needs us. He know where He needs us. It's just like when you have major events and the police are calling to help patrol and make everything go smoothly. They know where to put him. Then the chief know where to put all his police officers so they can make sure everything go accordingly. Yeah, he know where to put all these officers so that they know where to go do accordingly. And even in a job, when you get a job, Your boss may not know where to put you yet. He might just have you, depending on the kind of job you're doing, he might just have you rotating everywhere till he can find a place for you because you haven't been planted yet. So when you have to still be up in there and he can't find a place for you because you haven't been planted yet. So who knows, you might not be able to be there because you're still going around like 360. You're still spinning like the globe. You haven't planted. So maybe you're not going to be there for long. If you still have to be buck shuffling. You know, you keep shuffling the pack. Okay, today I need you over here. Okay, all right. Tomorrow I need you over there. That means you haven't been planted. Because if you have been planted, you would not be rooted up so many times. You'd now become stationary. Now you're moving your mobile. You're all over the place. Confused, stressed out, because that's not what you applied for. And we've been there many times, floating around. You call yourself floaters, floating around. But trust me, the experience you're gaining from that is going to give you a reward. Because even though you're floating and you don't like the float, it's going to give you a reward. One day you will reap that benefit. Because if you become a business owner, if you hope to become someone in life, like own a business or anything, because of that multitask that was given unto you and you take that challenge on, even if you didn't grumble directly to them, but you grumble deep down, because we all do grumble at times. We're human beings. We do grumble. My lip ain't long for now. We do grumble. So it's what it is. But when you grow, you don't grumble. After you're grown and you get out of certain things, it don't nothing bother you anymore. But it takes years to understand and realize exactly who you are as an individual. And when you just started out and everything, it take years. And that's why even when I go to jobs and so I used to train people too. And they always tell me, you're the best at training people. You're so cool, calm, and collective. I say, I'm not always cool, calm, and collective. But one thing I learned as a child growing up, somebody got to teach you so you can learn, so you can master the craft, and then you can be on your own. Just like we go to school, teachers had to teach us some things so we could have learned some stuff. So now we could be grown women and adults out there in the medical field, in the doctor field, in the teaching world industry, and in the whatever field it is, hairdressing, cosmetology, whatever you call it, barbering, whatever. Commander cosmetologist, cosmetology, yeah, and all these things, construction, these things. So many people have to teach you these things. So don't be alarmed. Don't be mad. Floating around sometimes give you a extra experience that where if you had to apply for another job sometimes you don't need all that training no more because you got vast amount of experience. All you need is probably whatever they tell you that you have to have, like some documents or whatever you have to have in order to obtain or gain this position. That's all you have to go do. And then here you are, because now you can showcase what you can do. you know I remember learning, being a waitress at one point, and then pandemic hit, and I was working at this place, and the pandemic hit, left nobody, everybody scared to go to work or whatever. I was there because my bills got to pay and everything. So I was there wearing up my mask and all these things until we shift. It was a shift job. Can't get nobody to work. Can't get nobody to work. So me and the boss, we had to do from 7 to 7. 7 in the morning till 7 at night sometimes. Not all the days, sometimes you do get a little time off or whatever. But from 7 in the morning till 7 in the evening, I remember even when I was pregnant with my oldest son, I did 22 hours pregnant. 22 hours. Nobody was there. We had to stand up and do what we gotta do. Get a little extra money in your pocket as well as do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? Even though sometimes when you do certain things, sometimes you're not being appreciated, but guess what? One day the world will appreciate you. Keep going. And as a result, now I learned how to cook on a grill. So now I could even go to one of these places there and apply to be a cook because I had that experience. I have got a couple of years because when the pandemic hit now, it was just me. I remember one night the boss foot was so swollen up because of the long standing. You know, when you're getting older, all kind of things happen to you. You know, you're not younger no more. Years of standing, blood flowing in one direction, and all these things. People know when you have to stand long and long for long days on your feet. Yes, oh yes, when you get older, all these things affect you. And he said, I don't think I can do it tonight. And his feet was so swollen. But I've always eager to go on that grill. So me, take the challenge on. I said, I always watch because you're right there. So I always watch and see what they're doing. So I knew how to do some stuff and I already knew how to cook. So I'm like, okay. So I said, well, if I don't know anything, like certain things they're going to ask and I know it's difficult for me to do, I will call you. And he said, all right, thank you so much. And for the night, he wasn't that busy. And I handle it for myself till in the morning now. In the morning time, they know he normally be there in the morning time. So when he get busy, 'cause he can cook. So when he get busy, I call him up around 6 o'clock or so. And I say, hey, so and so, and they will come. When I did that long 22 hours or so, I was with him. And they will come. And mind you, I'm taking the order, ringing up the order, I'm making the food. So I'm everything in one. I'm 3 person in one. You know, bagging it up, do everything. And people sit nicely, wait on their food. Man, I'm telling you, those good days. But I gained so much experience from that, you know. Even though the reward was meager, but I still gain vast amount of experience that I will always have now, you know. And then I used to work at another place, and I remember one day I think one of the chefs didn't show up, and I get called in to come in and did my part. So I was happy too, you know. But I've always wanted to be a chef. But you know, sometimes you work with some people and they look at you and say, "Oh, she's a female. I don't want a female cook for me." Excuse me, your mama been cooking for you for years. So why are you mad? As long as the person washing their hand, that's why I don't wear nails because when to work in the restaurant industry, I don't want to have on no nails. And you gotta cook, so don't be mad. You know what I mean? Just make sure these people are washing their hands and taking care of what they need to take to and clean up and everything, and you're good to go. We learn the method, clean and go. You gotta clean and go, you know, because it's constantly people coming in, so you gotta always clean and go. Wash your hand, clean and go. You know, everything you touch, wash your hand, clean and go. And get experience, so don't be mad people about nothing in life. You just keep going. But anyway, I think this is where I'm gonna end my vlog, and then I'm gonna check out my indie games. I don't know if he's still on my indie games. Let me know if you're still on your live. I don't know if you're still on your live. So I'm gonna come over there and check you out as well. And then let me know. So I want to say a big thank you to each and every one who was here. And let me give everybody that was in the chat a shout out here. So Khan, big shout out to you. You support so much. Appreciate you and happy holiday when it come to you, Khan. Appreciate you. Mindy Games, a big shout out to you. Thank you for stopping by. Snapback Trishana. I know you left already. Good night to you, Auntie. And I want to say a big shout out to you guys. Karn don't have a channel, but my indie games have a channel. So if anybody on here were silent watchers, not yet subscribe or anything, or if you subscribe and have a subscribe to these people channel, please go over and support them and check them out and see what they have to offer and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Greatly appreciate. And let me see who else was in the chat. And Ruth Talks Bible, she had to leave as well and everything. So she have a channel as well. So please go over and support these people, guys. You don't have to use my name. Just please go over and check them out. You know, true, authentic. Just go over and check them out. You know what I mean? Genuineness don't come with a price. Just go over and check them out. So yes, big shout out to everybody that was in the chat. So shout out to you all. Root Talks Bible, Snapback Trishana. Go check them out. They got a channel. They got a channel. Karn, I know he just support. He don't got a channel, but you could still stop by and say hi to him on his page or something. You know, he's a very good supporter of so many of us. My Indie Games, he have a channel, guys. Please go over and check him out. He does amazing videos and stuff like that. So big shout out, and to Karn, peace out, man. To everybody, peace out. My likers, big shout out to my likers, my watchers, and my well wishers and everything, And then I don't know, maybe tomorrow night I play a game. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow night I play a game. I don't know. I was gonna do it tonight, but sometime what you're gonna do is have a different plan. But anyway, I don't want to go over because I think I'm here for 2 hours now. So guys, big shout out to you all and thank you guys. And remember, whatever you can control, just keep going. Whatever you can fix, keep going. Solution will come one day. Don't worry. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. And remember, stay in the race. Because when you move, that's when your number called, and then you go back into the pack, and then it have to generate again, and it might take years again. So don't give up. Every time you feel like giving up, push something out. Push something out. Okay. Until then, have a blessed night, and I see you guys on the other side. Remember, leave a comment if you guys got a channel, and I will sure to check you out. It's a lot of you now coming, but trust me, I will check you guys out. Just leave me a comment, okay? Until then, peace out. My other battery died, so